We welcome you to ESPN's College Football Prime Time, presented by Russell Athletic here at Spartan Stadium on a beautiful early evening in San Jose. Tonight, we will see the always exciting passing attack of the Hawaii Warriors as they face a San Jose State team that really feels like they're headed in the right direction. Hawaii has spent 33 years as a member of the Western Athletic Conference. They're off to the Mountain West in 2012. But another conference title is the goal, and both these teams come in looking for their second WAC win of the season. Hi, everybody. Joe Tessitore, as always, joined by my partner, Rod Gilmore. And you know all about the run-and-shoot offense of Hawaii through the years, Colt Brennan, Timmy Chang. But perhaps the nation needs to know more about Bryant Moniz, Rod.
Yeah, he's overlooked and underrated, but there's no mistaking the fact that he is the pride of this team and of Hawaii. He's a guy that's gone from being a local kid, a walk-on, to a great player. More than 5,000 yards passing last season. He's picked up this season right where he left off, more than 300 yards a game. He is a playmaker. He's a guy that makes things happen after the snap. You just think about how productive he's been the first 5 games of last season compared to the first 5 games of this season. Look at the touchdowns to picks. He takes care of the football, but he gives you the spice with the big plays.
And as for San Jose State, this is a program that has a lot to be proud of through the years, just not in recent years. Then all of a sudden they get things going a bit this year. They snap a 10-game losing streak in the WAC. They come back with back-to-back wins and beat Colorado State.
Well, it's a team that has great tradition. You think of all the NFL players, Jeff Garcia, Steve DeBerg, Louis Wright, and countless others, and they're starting to get those type of players back and play better as a team. Couple of close, disappointing losses this season to UCLA and Nevada, but Mike McIntyre has his team playing hard. There's no question about that.
And we enjoyed the pregame motivational rituals by both of these teams tonight. Hawaii and San Jose, look what has happened the past couple times they've met up here at Spartan Stadium. 2007, Colt Brennan on the move. He had 545 yards, 4 touchdowns. They won in overtime. Then in 2009, Leon Wright Jackson, a 5-yard touchdown run in overtime, as Hawaii also won that thriller 17-10. So this series has been close through the years, but Hawaii taking advantage lately. Hawaii hasn't lost here in San Jose since 1997. And there is Greg McMackin, head coach, 4th year as the lead man at Hawaii. Prior to that, he was part of the Warriors' success as the defensive coordinator on their BCS busting Sugar Bowl team. And back in the 80s, an assistant coach here at San Jose State under Jack Elway. And there is Mike McIntyre, the 46-year-old in his 2nd year at Fresno. Takes great pride, as we talked about earlier in our pregame, of carrying the Bobby Dodd Coach of the Year medal that his father George won in 1982 when he was the head coach at Vanderbilt. Very likable guy is Mike McIntyre. Hawaii won the toss. They elect to receive. And Harrison Wade will be kicking off to Edwards and Harding. And this is Harding on the return. And Harding catches a seam and is out past the 30, out to the 34-yard line, tackled by Cullen Newsome. So the senior quarterback from Oahu, Bryant Moniz, with 15 touchdown passes on the year, a former walk-on, led the nation in both passing and total offense in 2010.
He's a guy that can make a play after the first play that's called.
Empty backfield on first down with Iosefa, the starting running back. now moving out of the slot to line up in that pistol. And Moniz to start the game through the air, and that was overthrown to the inside as Peyton Thompson was able to go up and just get a piece of it.
You know, Tess, he is a guy that has made himself into a really good quarterback. You mentioned that he was a walk-on. Well, he's a guy that is athletic. He can throw on the move. He's very accurate. He just took the job away here at Hawaii and had a big year last year with over 5,000 yards passing.
And this year he's been running the ball a bit too. Had 121 yards and 3 touchdowns rushing against Colorado. 2nd and 10 now. Screen game, bubble screen. And cutting back to the inside that time was Packelbar, a sophomore from right here in California, tackled by Keith Smith.
This Hawaii offense runs that run and shoot. You'll see 4 receivers out there almost all the time, sometimes 5. Pollard had a big week last week, 10 catches, 216 yards, and 3 touchdowns. That offensive line. You notice the name in the middle? Sapolo?
Yeah. Familiar in these parts.
Yeah.
49er in Hawaii great.
Jesse Sapolo's son, London, is the starting senior at center.
3rd and 7. 5 receivers for Moniz. Rush up the middle. Moniz trying to escape it, and he is taken down. Travis Ricidi, who they rave about getting after Moniz. The first-year player, the only first-year player to start the season opener for the Spartans.
He is an active, explosive player. Ricidi runs a little stunt there to get around to the outside, and he's just relentless. This is a guy who put on 60 pounds since arriving at San Jose. He's a redshirt freshman. Got to be careful about that little display at the end. A little too much celebration. They will flag you this season. That's a point of emphasis.
Alex Danaki on to punt to Ronnie Yell. And it's a high kick by Danaki. And it takes a Hawaii bounce inside the 30, settling in just inside of the 28. So the San Jose State Spartans offense, led by Matt Faulkner, the senior. He was dinged up against Stanford, had a sit out against UCLA with concussion symptoms, but he has played well since coming back, Rod.
He's become a guy that they can really count on, a real surprise. Throws the ball very well, short, intermediate, has become a better deep ball passer the last couple of weeks, but his strength is being smart and going the right place with the football.
And he has a veteran running back, Brandon Rutley, who now splits out wide to the far side. And the quick slant that time as he's able to find Noel Grigsby, the sophomore receiver who had 11 receptions last week against BYU.
Well, you think about Faulkner being a gym rat.
There's Rutley, and Rutley with just a gain of 2 as they hurry it up there.
Yeah.
On 2nd down.
Yeah, they're moving at a little bit of a warp speed even for San Jose State.
3rd and 4. Look at that play clock as they try to get right over the ball immediately. Ben Thompson, the back now in motion here on 3rd and 4 for Faulkner. Faulkner with time gets it complete to his tight end for a first down. That's Ryan Otten. And Rod, you're probably going to see a lot of Ryan Otten tonight.
He did a very nice job working against Corey Paredes in the middle there. Just kind of leaned into him and then leaned back outside away from him. He's so mobile and changes direction very well. And he's a problem. 16 yards a catch averaged on the season.
That leads the nation in terms of that statistical category for all tight ends. So a first down at the 45. Rutley. And tough to find some room against that front 4. That was Vaughn Mayatunga.
You know, Rutley did not play last week in the loss to BYU because of a bad ankle, and there was a lot of doubt that he'd be able to go tonight, but he's toughing it out right now.
A couple weeks ago in that win against Colorado State, he had 133 yards and a couple of scores. 2nd and 8 as Rutley remains the feature back here for the Spartans. Faulkner with time, and then took a little too much time as Mayatunga came crashing home.
The ball has to come out quick because Mayatunga and company can penetrate. Watch the inside. You'll see the move. Just a nice little swim. Great big old number 95 Mayatunga gets in there in a hurry.
Now Faulkner was ready to throw and then brought it back down, and as soon as he did, Mayatunga met him. So that backs them up to a 3rd and 16 now. They need to get to Hawaii's 45. Looking to set up the screen. A flag is down as Rutley does have the yardage for the time being, but we will wait on the call. He was tackled by Aaron Brown.
I think Rutley looked pretty good. This may be coming back, but Rutley certainly looked like he had some.
Offside. Defense, number 4. Penalties declined. First down.
So 21 yards on that 3rd and 16.
Yeah, that was offsides. Cornerback can't be offside. So watch Rutley. I mean, he does a nice job here. Worry about, does he have that explosiveness? Well, he doesn't waste any time. He's able to actually cut a little bit on that ankle. Looks pretty good there. Looks pretty healthy.
Tyler Irvin now in as the tailback with a first down at Hawaii's 40. And he gets the pitch to the near side. And just a gain of 1 that time. He was tackled by Corey Paredes.
Let's try and squeeze in these backs and receivers for San Jose before they run another play. Brandon Rutley, we mentioned. Carr on the outside is a freshman, a really good receiver. Grigsby, a lot of catches, has not found the end zone yet. And Otten, we mentioned him to you earlier about his 16 yards a catch, a big, big target at tight end.
2nd and 9, and Rutley comes back in this pistol formation. Faulkner takes a look and quickly gets it to the 35-yard line that time to Noel Grigsby.
Well, we talked about Faulkner's strength with the short pass, timing, accuracy. They've been showing you that already. I mean, he's been looking over the middle for his tight end and receivers, and you know, Otten's a big target for him there, especially on a 3rd down like this.
3rd and 4. Pressure, and they got to him. They came off that far edge that time, and Art Laurel and John Hardy Tuolo easily get to Faulkner.
Tess, you have to pick it up. You know, you're watching this at home, and you know that the pressure's coming, and they didn't communicate very well. They don't pick it up late, particularly on the left side. Way too much pressure coming. Laurel and company from the outside.
So Harrison Wade onto punt. And it's a directional, low bouncing punt that goes inside the 10. So well done by Harrison Wade. San Jose State was able to move the ball until this. Art Laurel on the attack. Dick Tomey was the head coach at Hawaii back in 77 to 86. Of course, went on to success at Arizona and also right here at San Jose State from 2005 to 2009. They won the New Mexico Bowl in 2006. Very well thought of course, throughout the coaching ranks. And guess what? He's back.
Wow. Yeah. He retired to Hawaii and got a little bored and now became the special teams coach at Hawaii.
Greg McMackin loves having Dick Tomey around, and of course interesting feelings for him returning here to San Jose. Iosefa is the back with Moniz as they start inside their own 10. Moniz being chased down, crosses the 10 and pushed out just beyond the 12.
You know, you mentioned
came from Smith.
You mentioned Dick Tomey and the interesting feelings, and he told us this morning and again, you know, before the game, he's got 45 players or so on the San Jose State team that he cares for. He loves them, and it's so emotional for him and for his wife Nancy. Nancy didn't make the trip over because she would have been too conflicted to root for Hawaii while there's so many close players on the San Jose State team that are like family to her.
2nd and 5 now after that run by Moniz. Oh, he dropped the ball, and the Spartans jumped right on it.
That's
Whoa. Couldn't handle the snap, and Mo Mara was quick to get on top of it. So it'll be a 1st and goal for San Jose State.
They've had a few problems with the shotgun snap this season. That one was not low. It was high. Their problems going into the night have been snaps that were low on the ground. But this one was a little high, but right where Moniz should have caught it, took his eye off of it. And there's your turnover, a big one.
So 1st and goal at the 8. Tyler Irvin, nowhere to go, upended right at the line of scrimmage that time. That hit came from Art Laurel, who had the sack.
Well, there you see what San Jose State has done with turnovers. They've lost 9 and gained only 7, at least when it comes to forcing fumbles. And this one's in a key place for them.
Irvin stays in as the back on 2nd and goal. Faulkner to the back of the end zone, and he overthrew Noel Grigsby.
Yeah, this is the area of the field where you don't have a lot of room. You've got to be crisp with your routes. The defense can really settle in. You think the offense has an advantage because they're so close, but since there's less room to cover, you actually feel pretty confident defensively that you can cover those areas.
Third and goal, and Rutley comes back into the backfield. Faulkner. Touchdown. Oh, no, incomplete. Noel Grigsby had it right in his hands, and then somehow, some way, it just snuck out the back of the end zone.
Maybe a little excitement at the thought of his first touchdown of the season. I mean, this ball's on the money. He's
on the
got
money
it.
and in his hands, Rod.
Yeah.
Punched away at the very last second.
Yeah.
That was like John Hardy Tulliau.
Yeah, he got that left hand in there. As Grigsby had the ball out, he didn't pull it into his body. He had the ball there.
Play is under review.
There was some
ruling
room.
on the field is an incomplete pass.
They're going to take a look at this because, you know, it's one of those things that when you watch it live, as I did calling the play, you see a guy catch a ball, you see his 2 feet come down, but then right at the last second, just punched away by Hardy Tulliau.
Well, they'll be checking to see if he had control when he returned to the ground.
1-2.
That's so simultaneous. I mean, from that angle, it looked as soon as his foot touched the ground, the ball was being punched out. Catch, feet coming down, down. Hair second afterwards was the punch.
So the call on the field confirmed as an incomplete pass. And Jens Alvernik, who has converted his last 6 field goal attempts, is on to attempt this 25-yarder.
delay of game, 98, offense, 5-yard penalty, 4th down.
Mike McIntyre thinking what could have been, and Greg McMackin saying, phew, that touchdown was right in his hands. So now a 30-yarder after the penalty. And that is off the post. Can you believe that?
Talk about
Touchdown in your hands that gets punched out at the last second. And then a field goal attempt that's backed up 5 yards because of the penalty that goes off the post. They come away with no points after having 1st and goal.
Yeah, that started with a fumble. Wow.
Bullet dodged by Hawaii. Pre-game chariot races here at San Jose State. Teams were encouraged to be co-ed, as you can see. You've got one person driving and 2 pulling. That looks like something FedEx would do right there. What is that, chariot?
I don't know, but I know that somebody's got a camera on their helmet.
They got gladiator cam?
I'm not sure
you cam?
You want to reserve that?
You got a hand truck as a chariot. There's a delayed handoff to Sterling Jackson, and he is brought down right away by Anthony Larsaval. Let's go back to the field goal attempt that we saw moments ago by Albernick.
You'll notice some pressure from the left side, and also you'll notice on the kick, there's an awful lot of crushed rubber tires that come up.
Oh, far too much.
Yeah, you got a lot of that, but there was some pressure from Dick Tomey's special teams unit from that left side that probably influenced the kicker to push it a little bit to the right.
Yeah, you can see right up the middle. They were getting inside there, and then Albernick just absolutely chunked all those rubber pellets. So what was a 1st and goal, they come away with no points. And Moniz down the sideline and complete to Royce Pollard, who has become his favorite target.
Yeah, 21-yard pickup for Pollard. You mentioned that he had over 200 yards last week. And in this run and shoot offense, he is often on the single receiver side, matched up in single coverage, or they may elect to double him. He's always to the right side normally. Occasionally they'll move him, but normally the right side.
1st down out to the 38. And they go with the tunnel screen that time to Alan Sampson, who was thudded after a gain of just 2 yards that time. That was Andrew Moecki who came in and found the receiver.
Yeah, that light at the end of the tunnel was not a good light.
Now, Sampson's 145 and Moecki's 293, and that usually doesn't work out so well.
That's a train coming at you.
So it'll make for a 2nd and 8. Moniz, and another 1st down to Royce Pollard. Pollard just finds a way, settles in there. The most experienced receiver they have. He's a senior from San Diego, and he's on pace to have a tremendous season.
You know, this run and shoot offense, you know, is pretty special. You take a look at what Pollard has done in his last couple of games.
6 touchdowns.
Wore out the Aggies, and then the same with the Bulldogs at Louisiana Tech. He just cleaned both of those teams out.
First down at midfield now. Moniz trying to escape that pressure, and he does so for another strike. This time it's to Billy Ray Stutzman.
Yeah,
another 1st down, Rod.
That's the spice to the run and shoot that for years you didn't have. I mean, this guy can make plays on the move when things break down. Slips a guy and can go to his left and then still find a receiver. Remember Jim Kelly and all these other guys who ran that run and shoot out of Miles Davis? They didn't move the way this guy moves.
See what he's been able to do on this drive, turning things around for this Hawaii offense. Iosefa now gets the call, and Iosefa breaks a tackle, and look at him go inside the 15-yard line. Joey Iosefa, 240 pounds, straight lining it into the red zone for the Warriors.
Yeah, Johnson finally chased him down from behind. You don't get many running plays from this Hawaii team, but Iosefa found something off the right side, and it took all of Travis Johnson's speed to chase him down from behind.
Moniz looking left, and he overthrew the intended target, Allen Sampson.
You know, when we watch tape of this Hawaii offense, you know, we were struck by the problems that run and shoot creates on that single receiver side.
Yes.
Do you play him man to man? Do you play him short? Do you give two guys over there to help? And the moment you do that on the 3 receiver side, they start manipulating your underneath defenders. So it's a tough defense to handle.
Nick Rolovich, the offensive coordinator, he's got Royce Pollard on that single receiver side this time. Iosefa, he's brought down, tackle for loss.
You know,
that was Sean Bacon finding Iosefa.
One of the criticisms of the run and shoot and the spread offense is when you get down close to the goal line, where's your running attack? Where's the tight end? Where's the fullback? You're limited. That's the criticism you hear over the years. You don't get much of it if you can just line up and throw it into the end zone.
Backed up to a 3rd and 13 now. After that big run by Iosefa put them in prime position. Sprints to the far, and easy as could be, Royce Pollard. That is now 7 touchdowns in 2 games and a quarter.
Oh, well, they gave them a little option action to the right side, which forced the corner to think, whoa, I might have to do the pitch. I might have to take care of the pitch on this. And that's all the time they needed to get Pollard behind him. They put the corner in a bind in terms of trying to decide to play the option or cover his man, and he made the wrong choice.
Senior kicker Kenton Chun on for the extra point, and he puts it through to cap a 9-play drive where Moniz started to heat up and found Pollard for the 3rd time on that drive, finishes with a touchdown. By the way, Monday is the 43rd anniversary of one of the most memorable moments in the history of the Olympic Games. And here at San Jose State, Tommy Smith and John Carlos remembered with a statue on campus. The victory stand back in the Olympic Games, that memorable moment, symbolic moment for the civil rights movement.
That protest was actually suggested to those 2 men by Dr. Harry Edwards, who was at San Jose State at the time and has since then gone on to do a lot of work with NFL teams and colleges and universities throughout the country.
Mike McIntyre finds his team down a touchdown here.
That's because of Moniz being 5 of 6 for 63 yards and a touchdown on that drive.
Tyler Hayden to kick. And it's a short kickoff that will bring out the flag as it bounced out just inside the 20. Well, Rod, there's a reason why I take red eyes on Friday nights back to Connecticut, so I can sit on my couch and watch days of football that look like that. That is chock full of action.
Yeah.
Of course, very much looking forward to seeing Arizona State and Oregon with Brent and Kirk and Aaron up there. Well, Michael James out. Austin's going to be rocking. We'll see what they can offer up.
Don't sleep on Kenyon Barner. He'll step in for LaMichael James. Might not be any problem with him being out.
And of course, DeAnthony Thompson will be stepping up his game. Here's the quick screen game to Grigsby, and Grigsby makes a nice move. Remember, he dropped the touchdown earlier here in the first quarter, and then they also missed a field goal subsequent to that. But look at how many catches he has this year without a score.
You think he doesn't know he doesn't have a touchdown pass? He's aware of it.
You know, he had about 99% of one here earlier in this game.
Got to have 100, though. He knows.
As close as you can get, and it was just punched out at the very last second. 2nd and 3 now, Rutley. And just a yard gain by Rutley. Let's go back and show you what happened with Grigsby.
Well, just think about what happened on this drive. He thinks there's a touchdown. There it is. Ball punched out just before he could put it away. And that followed the turnover that set them up inside the 10-yard line. And then they missed a field goal.
In any way, in that split second, does he have a moment of just relaxing when that ball hits his hands and he's not squeezing it as hard or securing it as well?
Finally, my first touchdown of the year. Maybe a little bit of that.
Interesting thought. 3rd and 3 now. A little window dressing here by San Jose as they go empty. Rutley's now in the slot. Faulkner, first down. Gave that pump, and look at Grigsby offering up more down the sideline inside the 35, and the Spartans offense is moving.
Nice bounce back for Grigsby. Nice job on that. Good yards after the catch.
21-yard reception for Grigsby. At 4 catches for 36 yards now. First and 10 to the Spartans.
I just noticed something I want to ask you about.
First down now for the Spartans. Irvin gets the call. And not much room in the middle against that Hawaii defense. What do you got, Rod?
We were at the USC Cal game last night, and our friends Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, Craig James were nice enough to have us there. And they love your sartorial splendor. And I'm wondering what you think of the pink shoes on Vargas out there.
I think he's fallen in line with what a lot of pro athletes are doing this month with breast cancer awareness.
Very good. Absolutely.
And it's a nice move by him. But I'm not quite that flashy as what Mr. Vargas is pulling off tonight wardrobe-wise.
I don't know. Your shoes on the sidelines last night.
I think Mr. Palmer likes to bust chops a little bit. 2nd and 8. Faulkner. And that is incomplete. As he was looking for Otten, his 6'6" tight end. So it'll make for a 3rd and 8. Coming up on the final half minute here of this first quarter. And saw Hawaii come down the field in their last offensive possession, capped by Moniz finding Pollard to put them up a touchdown.
Not much out of Carr much tonight.
Need to get to the 22. Pressure off the edge. Faulkner has it complete. And a first down as Kyle Nunn just got to that edge and lowered the shoulder.
Remember when they got sacked earlier?
Yes.
And pressure came off the left side and they didn't pick it up? Well, this time Faulkner recognized it. He saw it to the right side and knew he didn't have time to hang on to the football and got rid of it.
You know, and that's what John DeFilippo, the offensive coordinator, said when he talked about Faulkner. Coach DeFilippo was talking about, you know, he's patient, he's self-confident, but he's smart.
Yep.
He reads situations and he learns from them. Good example of it there. And this is Urban coming around, looping around, and just fighting his way back to the line of scrimmage as this first quarter will come to an end. Well, San Jose State is on the move, trying to tie up this game. Hawaii struck first with Royce Pollard, inspired by the Haka. Joe Tessitore and Ron Gilmore with you as we welcome you back to ESPN's College Football Prime Time, presented by Russell Athletic. Hey, Crazy George is here, Ron.
Still crazy after all these years.
That is the originator of the wave.
So he claims.
So he claims, right? That is greatly debated.
Well, he's
looking good, though, Rod. He's still got it.
Well, he's been doing it for years. Did it throughout the Bay Area and other
I think
places.
he's still got his game, man. Just looking at the effort he put in right there.
I'm not sure you lose that kind of a game.
No, you can lose that kind of a game.
Really?
That takes a lot right there. That takes a heck of a lot. I give credit to George. 2nd and 10 for San Jose, and Faulkner threw it behind into the outside of Jabari Carr. So let's get you up to speed as to how we arrived at this point.
But Bryant Moniz has been as advertised, 6 of 8, touchdown pass. Pollard also as advertised. San Jose State had a couple of opportunities, dropped a touchdown pass and missed a 30-yard field goal after forcing a fumble inside the 10-yard line. They came away with nothing.
3rd and 10. It's a senior quarterback, Matt Faulkner. He's trying to tie up this game against the Warriors. They go with the end around. Jones, Chandler Jones, touchdown Spartans. Good downfield blocking and great acceleration by Chandler Jones. And Albernick ties it up. 3rd and 10, and they go with the end around.
Let's go back to the touchdown. Watch the downfield blocking. Keep your eyes on 42 right there. Leonahu gets out and gets the block on the force on the edge that allows Jones to find room inside, and then he runs through 2 or 3 tackles. I'm not sure that wasn't a block in the back at the end by Grigsby. Take a look at the end here. There's Grigsby. Looks like he does, in fact, block in the back down there. Hey, not called. It's a touchdown.
20-yard touchdown run by Jones, and Mike McIntyre has seen his offense mature this year and really find themselves as he hopes to keep this program on schedule, and he feels like this is a big opportunity to do so tonight in his 2nd year as the head coach here at San Jose State. And that takes a bounce. That's a live ball. And it comes loose again. They're going to talk it over.
I think Jones was in there again.
It's Mike Edwards. And now they single touchback.
Yeah, well, Jones had just scored the touchdown. Now this is big mistakes there back in the return game for Sampson.
That was Mike Edwards.
Edwards back there, yeah.
Fielding that kickoff return.
But look at the hustle by Jones. Scored touchdown, get on the kickoff coverage team, get down there in the end zone. Yeah, just down the ball. You don't have to bring it out. I mean, he didn't have control of possession in the field of play. He could have just picked up the ball and taken a knee. You know, you have to make sure that you don't panic.
Previous play is under review.
Don't panic when you're back there.
Well, they're going to review it. talk it over. We'll take a break. Hawaii's Mike Edwards pacing the sidelines there. It was almost disastrous moments ago as he was bobbling that live ball and that kickoff that did go out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. They reviewed it. The call on the field was confirmed as a touchback.
Yeah, he never controlled it, didn't have possession of it. You know, you just can't panic in that situation. You just have to remember, okay, all right, I can take a knee with this thing.
And great effort by Chandler Jones, who you saw there receiving high fives there. He had scored the touchdown, then came down and blew that thing up on special teams. So Bryant Moniz back on offense with the Warriors. Going to take a strike downfield, and that's not a good sign.
No.
You see Pollard off to the side with his teammates, grasping at that left leg. So Terrence Bell will come in at receiver on 2nd and 10. Moniz gets it complete, and it's going to be about a yard and a half short of the first down as Allen Sampson was fighting against the cornerback Ben Wickery.
Well, there's Pollard on the sideline, and if they lose him, that is a big, big loss for Hawaii.
Let's go back and show you that play that Pollard pulled up on.
Yeah, he just pulled up lame. He started grabbing that hamstring like it started to tighten up on him. And he's looking at it now, that left hamstring. But he's a big time player for him.
7 touchdowns on the year, including a 16-yard touchdown reception today. Here's 3rd and 2. Moniz just has to shuffle it away as he was trying to set it up for Iosefa, but there was too much pressure that time as Anthony Larsaval just penetrated the middle, as did Mara and Johnson. So the punt team comes on.
Well, the San Jose State defense has to be pleased with where they are. Kent Bear, the defensive coordinator, is excited about what he thought they could do defensively, and they've done a pretty good job of it so far tonight.
Alex Danaki, 6'4", 220, punter from Australia for Hawaii. And Ronnie Yell is back, and this is a high boot, not that far. And it takes a bounce, almost chased down a Spartan. The San Jose State offense will be on the field, tied up at 7 here in the second. Rod, there's the Jeff Garcia Hall of Champions that's just past the north end of the stadium here. Also have the San Jose State Sports Hall of Fame. Bill Walsh, Dick Vermeil find themselves among those enshrined.
Yeah, some great names, folks who've done an awful lot in college football and professional football. We talked about that rich tradition here at San Jose State, and the program heading back in the right direction, it appears.
Tied up right now with Hawaii as Royce Pollard, the best offensive threat for the Warriors, walks off the field, and Brandon Rutley is taken down by Tui Polotu, a 300-pound nose tackle from Maui. Transfer from Arizona, who is their most physical defensive lineman. He shows it there.
You know, since that opening drive, Otten has been relatively quiet at the tight end spot for San Jose State. They've kind of gone away from him since that opening drive.
Showing other dimensions, Chandler Jones on the end around for the score in their last drive. Here's 2nd and 11 now. Faulkner to pass. And that's just a gain of 2 that time to Noel Grigsby.
Not a lot of time for Faulkner to do much than get rid of the ball quickly. 3-step drop, get rid of the football. Too much pressure from Hawaii. They're not trying to take any 5-step drops and throw the ball in the intermediate area or even deep.
3rd and 9. As Thompson comes into the backfield with Faulkner.
Showing pressure.
Off the edge as well. Let's see if they come with it all. Here it comes. Faulkner gets it off. And a great move for a first down and more by Jabari Carr. How about that? by Faulkner, and then a dazzling display of footwork by Carr.
Oh, you said it. That was all Faulkner. They go hurry-up offense here.
37 yards inside the 25. Thompson now. Big hole. And a gain of 8. As the Spartans with a change of pace after the big reception.
Yeah, Thompson's the big back, 227 pounds. He's the guy that can be a thumper. Changing the pace on Hawaii.
And Hawaii wants to talk things over. I tell you, Spartan Stadium has something to look forward to with this program coming back around and showing offense here early against Hawaii.
Well,
here's
Faulkner,
that third down.
Faulkner makes this happen. He recognized the blitz, changed the alert, a quick slant, and Carr did a nice job of getting yards after the catch. You know, forcing a couple of missed tackles. When you're a quarterback and everyone on that offensive line can pick up that pressure, they recognize it, and everybody's on the same page, you can get big plays like that.
And then they hurry up their offense right down the field. And that guy right there, the offensive coordinator, John DeFilippo, with a change of pace to put them in position here. See what he comes up with now on 2nd and 2. They keep it on the ground. This will make for a 3rd and short.
And that was Rutley going inside. A little tentative that time, it looked like. Yeah, he's been much more of a dynamic slashing runner this season, but that ankle had slowed him. He looked good on the first quarter when we saw him run, but a little tentative there.
Missed him last week against BYU. So now 3rd and 1. To pass on 3rd and 1. Oh, and it's incomplete as he was trying to connect with Kyle Nunn.
Yeah, Mike Edwards did a really nice job out there. There's a lot of room out of there. He was in single coverage. He made a great play attacking the football.
So that'll bring out Jens Alvernick. He is the senior from Stockholm, Sweden, who hit it off the post on a 30-yard attempt earlier tonight. This attempt will be from 32 to take the lead. And this time he slices it right down the middle, splitting those uprights. Glad you're with us here to start your college football weekend. Bryant Moniz, you know he's got a lot of offense left when he gets off the bench. And of course tomorrow it's going to be a long day of shootouts, starting with game day up in Eugene. Arizona State and Oregon, number 18 and number 9 will meet up. Some of the things that Chris Fowler and the gang will be talking about, the tall and the short of it, 6'8" Brock Osweiler and the 5'10". I'm going to be generous with that 5'10", describing Aaron Fulgrad, their wide receiver.
Give him the extra half inch or so.
Now, you and I have broadcast a couple Arizona State games this year. We had them with their victory against USC. We had their overtime victory against Missouri. You know them pretty well, Ron.
Yeah.
How do you think they match up with Oregon?
Well, I think for Arizona State, it's really about composure in an environment like that. When they went on the road to Illinois, they struggled a bit. They took a step back, and they have a history of kind of making big mistakes in games and emotional situations like that. They did it all last year, penalties and things like that. They've got to take care of that tomorrow night to have a chance.
And this is Edwards on the return from the 5, and he's out to the 24. Yeah, keep in mind with Arizona State as well, they're down 5 starters on defense.
Oh, yeah.
The team that they were supposed to have on the field that was supposed to be this trendy pick in the Pac-12, hey, they're still getting the results without all those injured players defensively.
They have tested their depth. And, you know, the guy that gets overlooked for them, Cameron Mitchell.
Yes.
Oh, what a stud he is in the backfield.
Of course, they're got one of the best defensive players with Montez Burfict. The middle linebacker, he'll be tested against the Ducks tomorrow night. Should be a good one. Here's Moniz back to business now. And he lofts it up. And on the other end of that rainbow was Billy Ray Stutzman. So a first down out to the 41. 17-yard catch.
Does he get the foot in? He's got that left foot in. Does he have control? Yep. Never lost control of that ball. Nice job by Stutzman.
I like how he went high with the opposite knee just to make sure of it.
Yeah. You know, you mentioned Arizona State and, you know, Cameron Marshall and Pflugrad. Those are key guys for that Arizona State offense. They have to have big games tomorrow night.
Moniz, plenty of time, goes back the other way, and here's Stutzman again. And another first down for Hawaii, finding Stutzman. He was run down by Keith Smith.
Couple of really good things there. You have Moniz doing a nice job looking off from the front side to come back to the backside, and Stutzman running his route hard, expecting to be the receiver even when he's the third option. Moniz 1-2, not there, comes all the way back to his third option, and Stutzman doing a nice job being prepared for that.
Moniz, that's Iosefa. Oh, is he a roll rod? That first tackler, would-be tackler, had no chance with the 240 pounds coming straight at him.
Yeah, Tui Polotu really took a shot there as he tried to deliver a shot of his own. I mean, just watch this.
Well, the linebacker gives up 35 pounds to the running back.
Iosefa is a big man, 6 feet, 240 pounds.
Second and 3 now. Moniz just patiently looks over that defense. Moniz to the end zone. Just beyond Stutzman.
He's been leaning on Stutzman ever since Pollard went out with that hamstring issue, and Pollard was having a nice night. Got a touchdown pass in that first quarter, a couple of other catches, but this is the deep route he runs where he starts to pull up with the left hamstring. Went to the sideline, and after that went to the locker room, and he's been out of action since then, and Stutzman has become the key target.
Third and 3. Moniz going to try to do it himself, and he slides inside the 30, so it'll be a first down for the Warriors.
So frustrating for defense. You contain the quarterback, you cover downfield, and then this guy continues to make a way to find a play, gets outside and picks up the first down. You're like, man, thought we had him.
Nick Rolovich's run and shoot offense. Of course, great to have a senior with all that experience at the helm, as is the case with Moniz. Now 16 touchdown catches on the year against just 1 interception. Pressure, ball comes loose, and they're ruling that an incomplete pass as his arm was going forward. That was Derek Muava, a redshirt freshman. He came into the program as a running back, and they moved him over to the defensive side to utilize some of that speed that you saw there.
Yeah, well, take a look here. Here's going to be where the pressures come from. Watch the pickup or attempted pickup by the running back to that side. You'll see Iosefa steps up, and he can't handle Mobile out of the outside, and that's a problem.
Second and 10. So Hawaii has to get it to the 17 to move the chains. Screen. Oh, it is picked off. Peyton Thompson Moniz, the last chance. They're not going to get him. And a flag is down back at the 34. We will wait to see the call back near the line of scrimmage.
Personal foul, number 21 on the return team. After the ball was intercepted, 15-yard penalty, first down.
So a post-possession, a post-turnover personal foul.
Hey, now watch what you have right here. Here he is. That's Thompson. Now he's going to recognize the route. Stutzman's not going to get a chance to block him because Thompson picks it up in a hurry. Right now he sees the screen. He gets there. Stutzman has no chance to block him. And that's a pick six because you got to beat the quarterback.
But the penalty negates the 71-yard return for the could-have-been touchdown. By the way, that is Moniz's first interception in 152 attempts.
Yeah.
It was Ben Wickery who was flagged for the personal foul. So instead of the pick six, it ends up a first down at the 19 for San Jose State. And go on the ground with Rutley, and Rutley has it out to the 24, a gain of 5 by the senior running back. Second and 5, and Faulkner to sprint and look to pass, and then he just throws it out. Let's go back to that interception and see if we can spot the 15-yard penalty, Rod.
Well, you need to look right in here. You're going to see it right there, and that official way in the back on the goal line will see it. It's a clip from behind.
Rod, it's easily 30 yards away from the ball.
Yes, and the flag comes out from behind. It was unnecessary, had nothing to do with the play.
Mike McIntyre, I mean, just grimacing on the sideline, 30 yards away from the return in mid-fluid stride that would have been a pick six and put San Jose up by a wider margin. Instead of 3rd and 5 as they look to set up the screen, but the pressure was just too much on Faulkner. That was Zach Mash, the first one to burst right through the middle. There's Zach, and Coach McIntyre saying what could have been. We had the 6 on the board.
Yeah, well, you can't let it take you out of your game. I mean, that's such a big play. You have to move on. You can't let it define the game for you. It can be a turning point if you let it.
So Scott Harding back to return the Harrison Wade effort, as Wade is on to punt again. That's a good punt that drives Wade back to the 25, and tremendous special teams by Damon Ogburn. Fabulous special team tackle, a 50-yard punt. The pick six that wasn't for San Jose State, as the penalty called it back, and then they punted away. So Hawaii and Bryant Moniz with another chance. He's thrown an interception tonight, and he fumbled a snap. Not a typical Moniz night so far. Let's see if he straightens things out here. Another interception. This time it's James Orth. And Orth returns it to the 21. Kent Bear, the defensive coordinator, watching his junior safety, the former wide receiver, that's why he wears number 81, who now has an interception in 4 straight games.
Former wide receiver, has really good hands. He's probably the only defensive back in the country to wear an 80 number actually during a game.
That is such an oddity, isn't it?
Yeah, pretty odd, but that is not an oddity. He's got good hands and made that play like a wide receiver.
He sure did. Looked every bit the part of his former position there. So back-to-back INTs for Moniz, and the Spartans are right back on the field. Rutley, he's looking to throw it. No option, so he runs it, and he does so with success.
Yeah, Tess, here's where he's looking. He wants to get Grigsby out there. And that's where he's looking with this halfback option pass. And the coaches thought it was going to be something that would really work for them.
Rutley now on 2nd and 3. It's going to be a 1st and goal. He's running hard now.
Yeah, instead of throwing it, just give him the ball and let him run it.
That works too.
Yeah, it's not bad. You know, last year they could not run the ball. They were in 4 wide receiver sets all the time. McIntyre said, we got to get tougher. We got to run the football. And they're doing it. Leon of 42 is a big reason why at that fullback spot.
1st and goal. Rutley. It's going to be a yard short. And a couple Hawaii players are signaling for a loose ball, but it will be 2nd and goal.
Yeah, when Rutley sees that on tape, he'll go, I probably should have followed big old 42 a little bit longer. Because he's laying blocks out there, big time blocks.
Tries again. Ball came loose. The ball came loose at the goal line. Third down. Mike McIntyre, his heart just dropped.
So he wants to cut this back inside, and that ball came out right away on contact. Rodriguez was the one who was there to make the hit.
You see Ray Rodriguez, number 46.
Yeah, he comes up with it, yeah.
Comes up with it. Zach Match came in, I think dislodged that ball, and then Rodriguez just was in the right place as Coach McIntyre, you know, the pick 6 came off the board. They don't want to miss this opportunity. Irvin stacked up and going nowhere.
Yeah, he's a little too small for that. They list him as a 170-pounder. He's probably 165.
Started the year as a cornerback and then moved over to the offensive backfield. So a 4th and goal as San Jose State is going to take a timeout.
What I'm thinking down there is, where's your big back Thompson, number 27, who's 227 pounds? I mean, that's the guy you need down there to give you a little bit more mass, a little bit more power to get in there. Because a $165 isn't going to do it when the 300-pounders are digging in down there.
You know, all week long, the two of us talked about, hey, we get a Bryant Moniz game. This is a quarterback that's one of the best in the country. People don't talk about him enough. Well, tonight, it just hasn't been his night, has it?
Yeah, he's had some trouble handling a snap. He's thrown a couple of picks. You know, he's been sacked a couple of times. Fortunately for him, he didn't have a pick 6 because of the penalty, but he came right back, and Orth picked him off over the middle. So he's pressing a little bit. Team in a tough spot right now. 151 attempts without a pick until tonight.
So they send out the kicker, Jens Alvernik, who's 1 for 2 tonight.
I agree with this.
And he connects on the 19-yarder. Moniz finds himself down 6. Rod, Saturday afternoon, we're going to offer up both games nationally, either ABC or ESPN. Bob Wischusen and Bob Davey have the Illini unbeaten against Ohio State, and then Sean McDonough, Matt Millen, Sam Steele with Oklahoma State, number 6, against Texas. Texas, how do they bounce back after that beatdown?
They took a lot of heat in Austin this week after that Oklahoma game. A lot of fans and folks not ready for that kind of a beating by Oklahoma. A couple young quarterbacks, that we talked about that'll happen in a game like that.
And now they got to try to match up with Brandon Whedon and the Cowboys. Edwards and Harding back for Hawaii here on the return. This is Harding, and he's out. Ball came loose and is scooped up by Jones. Can you believe the night he's having? He scored on the end around, and now the fumble recovery for a touchdown here.
And he almost had another touchdown on kickoff coverage, almost recovering a ball in the end zone.
Cullen Newsome caused that fumble, and then Jones jumped on it and took it in.
Great form tackle, head up, eyes open, wraps up, and the ball looks like it came out before knee touches ground. That ball's out. That ball is out. And Jones, right place, right time again.
You know what I like about Mike McIntyre and something that he does with his special teams? They are reviewing this play, by the way. He puts good players on special teams and has them make an impact, as we've seen tonight with Jones.
Well, that's the Frank Beamer effect.
Yes.
Frank Beamer's done that for years at Virginia Tech, and other folks started looking around going, you know, that's a smart idea.
And it works. So Chandler Jones, who had a 20-yard touchdown run earlier, he had another play on special teams where he blew things up and there was a live ball in the end zone. And then here, scoop, run, score. And Dick Tomey's not so happy as McIntyre's team increases their lead. to 7. 23-yard fumble return for a touchdown by the sophomore receiver, Chandler Jones.
Think about what the score of this game would be if San Jose State had been more effective. They have 10 points off of 4 turnovers. Only 10 points off of 4 turnovers.
Let's check in with Ryan Burr. What's up, Ryan?
Hi, Joe. Coming up on the Dell Halftime Report, I'll be joined by Mark May and Lou Holtz. The landscape of college football seems to be changing by the minute. We will have the latest from the Big East, Conference USA, and Mountain West as far as realignment goes. Mark and Lou will play Take Your Pick, picking all the big games from Saturday, and we'll head out to Eugene, Oregon. That's where game day is for the big Arizona State-Oregon game. We'll see you at the half, guys.
I look forward to hearing what the guys say about what's going on potentially with the Big East. It seems like right now, Rod, what's going on is that everybody's scurrying, trying to grab that last piece of money down the road.
No. Willy Wonka. It's the golden ticket.
Yes, the golden
ticket.
That's
what they
which
want.
Is BCS AQ,
right,
being an automatic qualifier. The Big East realizes that in their current state, they may not even exist, let alone have a BCS AQ. Meanwhile, other conferences are saying, let's merge, let's get together, let's make it happen and try to get that spot. Mike Edwards again on the return here. And he battles his way out to the 32. So here's the latest of what's going down. an alliance, a football alliance between two conferences, basically to try to gain their piece of the pie, to get an automatic qualifying slot into the BCS.
I'm not feeling it. I don't know how you combine the Mountain West and the Conference USA and think that that will give you that golden ticket.
Well, are you really feeling a Big East that includes Boise State?
No, I'm not feeling that either. I could see it shrink into 4 automatic bids. I could see that happening.
I think this is like musical chairs, and they've run out of chairs, and everybody's just hoping for the best at this point with what we're hearing with these conferences. Moniz, he gets it complete to Clapp.
There are 3 solid conferences: the SEC, the Pac-12, and the Big Ten. Yes. Beyond that, everything else is in play.
The ACC feels like they have settled things down with their situation.
Agreed. I'll give you that. Yes.
And then the penalties for leaving early. So I think they feel like they're secure.
Yes.
But in terms of strength, I agree with you with the 3 you mentioned. Second and 3 after the 7-yard reception. Moniz, he threw it behind but complete, and once again to Justin Clapp.
I think he's a little rattled. I mean, Moniz hasn't quite been the same since the opening drive, opening couple of drives. I mean, he started, pretty well. 10 of 14, 2 of 6 since then, and the picks have come in rapid fashion, one right after another, essentially.
That's what's shocking. You went 152 completions without throwing one, and then threw those 2. A little bit of pressure. They pick it up, but the pass to a streaking Stutzman was thrown behind and to the outside. So a 2nd and 10.
Yeah, they're struggling. They've had one really strong drive tonight, and then beyond that, it's been one issue after another. The 3rd drive, they went 80 yards. After that, they've had limited plays, a few possessions, and nothing. A couple of turnovers.
And as you pointed out just moments ago, San Jose's up 20-7, and they have missed opportunities.
Oh, exactly.
Plenty of points that could have been on the board for them based on some of these other turnovers in field positions. And this is complete as Pollard returns to action.
Underneath, safe route for him. Looks like he's still limping a little bit. He hasn't really opened it up, stretched out, and tried to go deep since kind of straining that hamstring early on.
Third and 1 now. And he has it to Sampson.
Moniz did a nice job buying time as the pressure came. Spartans brought the pressure inside, but couldn't get there. That'll bring up a nice first down pickup for Moniz on that key 3rd down.
And under 2 minutes to go here in the half, as Coach McMackin would love to see his team tighten things up here and dig into that lead. Moniz quickly this time, just a gain of 3 to Clapp.
They're never really out of a hurry up. And this offense goes at a quick pace almost the entire game, so there's no need for a 2-minute drill. This is comfortable for them.
2nd and 7 now. Sprints to the near side and then goes back to Pollard, who was cutting back to the inside. That was a beautiful look from Moniz. And the ball comes loose right at the end there. And it's San Jose State's ball, just when Hawaii was moving things.
Well, Pollard was fighting for extra yardage, and you could tell he's not himself. He couldn't really move that fast, had no extra gear, but he kept fighting for extra yardage, while San Jose State tried to strip the ball out. I think it was Iheanacho, number 2, who actually got his hand in there and stripped it out. And then it was recovered by Mara.
Duke Iheanacho, their senior free safety, a 2-time all-WAC choice, who gets in at the end of that play against Pollard. And that's a big stop.
Oh, yeah.
Big stop here.
Oh, yeah.
Five turnovers. And just a yard gain by Rutley, as that clock will count down. Boy, still, I mean, we were mentioning it just a couple minutes ago with the turnover. 5 turnovers and a 13-point lead. You see 5 turnovers, you could be in a hole that you can never get out of.
Well, if you're McMackin, you go in at halftime, you tell your guys, you know, we're lucky to be down 2 possessions.
Absolutely.
I mean, we couldn't play any worse, is what you tell them. 5 turnovers? Are you kidding me? And we're still in the game?
Not a typical night for Moniz. 340 total yards of offense per game for him, but tonight they've been sloppy with the ball security. San Jose is smelling an upset as we go to the half. The hometown Spartans up 20-7. ESPN's College Football Prime Time, presented by Russell Athletic, as Brian Moniz is going to have to dig out of a 20-7 hole for his Hawaii Warriors. Joe Tessitore and Rod Gilmore with you. And keep in mind, Rod, that Hawaii a year ago tied with Boise and Nevada to win a WAC title. San Jose had a 10-game WAC losing streak. Uncharted territory for the Spartans, huh?
Yeah, but they've been playing hard this year. A couple of close losses, and they've played hard tonight. And they've been really good at getting things done. Not quite as much as I'm sure they would have liked, though.
Look at our great teamwork brought to you by Russell Athletic.
Well, the teamwork has been the ability to force turnovers. 5 first-half turnovers caused by San Jose State. Hawaii giving the ball up on picks, fumbles, including a fumble on the special teams that Jones took back for points. It could be a lot worse because the offense for San Jose State only generated 3 points off the 5 turnovers. Special teams gave them 7.
Spartans will be receiving to start the second half here, as Tyler Hayden, a freshman from Whittier, California, is set to kick off to Tyler Irvin, who is a backup running back who was playing defensive back just a few weeks ago. And here is Irvin, and he just forces his way out to the 27.
But when you look at what happened in the first half and the stats, not an awful lot of offense generated. 159 total yards for San Jose State. Not a lot of points, but the big number, the turnovers over there, and then the points off the turnovers. And 7 of the 10 points for San Jose State, all about the special teams.
So what's your expectation here if they have to play even ball with them here in the second half?
I don't know that you can keep that Hawaii offense down if they don't turn the ball over.
Completion on their first attempt of the second half, and it is Noel Grigsby.
Now, if you are a San Jose State fan, you recognize that your offense hasn't really gotten it going yet. And if they can generate a couple of drives, they'll pull a lot of pressure on Hawaii to come back in this ballgame.
There's Faulkner's night, 10 of 17. They've picked their spots. Rutley's played a good role at times, and of course Chandler Jones with the 2 touchdowns. And here is Rutley, and he is chopped down right at the line of scrimmage by Aaron Brown, who the coaches feel is really one of the most productive players on the team overall. In fact, we were talking to San Jose State's coaches yesterday. They pointed him out as the one player that concerns them the most.
Yeah, they don't normally go after him. I mean, he's a guy that's very athletic, can play off the line of scrimmage. He can actually cover guys in space. On this third down, he might have to on a short throw.
3rd and 3 with Rutley as the back. That's Jones in motion. Faulkner. And complete for a first down to Grigsby out across midfield.
Faulkner had plenty of time. They picked up the 4-man pressure. Faulkner had plenty of time to find his man Grigsby. 4 guys coming. They kept 6 in the block, protected him, kept him clean.
Rutley looking for a hole and not finding one, and you saw Aaron Brown had his left leg and drove him back. Another strong tackle by Brown.
You love tackles where the guys keep their eyes open, head up, wrap up. That's good stuff.
And Brown said, I got a piece of him. I'm just going to take this with me. It was his left leg. Now it's 2nd and 9 for Faulkner and the Spartans offense. And here is Grigsby. And he sprints out to that line to make. So the mark should give them a first down before Torres tackled him there.
Well, Grigsby has been running these underneath routes all night, and they've yet to solve that. Hawaii. It looks like he's a little bit short.
I think they may have backed up that spot at the end. It looked like his forward progress had taken him over that line, but they're going to leave it as a 3rd and literally inches here as they pack it in. And Faulkner's just going to drive ahead and easily pick up that first down.
This is a critical drive for San Jose State coming out. Opening drive, 3rd quarter. The offense has sputtered most of the night, not taking advantage over some 5 turnovers, only 10 points. They have a chance to come and put a stamp on the early 3rd quarter of the game and give their defense some hope that the offense has it untracked.
And reset the play clock there. Rutley on first down, gets to the outside, and then the ball comes loose, and Hawaii has it. All those turnovers went against them in the first half, and now they get theirs to open up this second half.
That is the 2nd time that Rutley has turned it over. Paredes recovered that. I think Estes got in there with the hit.
And John Hardy, Tuliao.
Yeah, that's just not ball security. John Hardy, Tuliao involved in the play, making sure that ball got out.
So now Hawaii with an opportunity. There's Bryant Moniz. And they get to him. Travis Johnson, they only came into the game with 3 sacks on the season, tied for the fewest in the nation. They have 2 tonight.
What did Kent Bear say yesterday? He said, you know what? If you don't bring pressure, they will kill you slowly. They'll take the short passes and bleed you to death. So he believes in bringing pressure after this run and shoot offense.
Bear, the well-traveled defensive coordinator for San Jose State. Veteran, well-respected coordinator. And now we got movement there with the right tackle. That was Chauncey Makayani.
62 offense, 5 yards, 2nd down.
There's Kent.
Yep. He's had a great career as a D coordinator. Coordinated the defense at Notre Dame several years ago, Stanford. Certainly a few other places. Well respected, as you mentioned.
He was on the Ty Willingham circuit.
Yep.
2nd and 17 now. Moniz taking a shot. And incomplete as he was looking for Allen Sampson. The coverage came from Benet Ben-Wickery.
Yeah, Ben-Wickery did a nice job, stride for stride. Watch it. He finds the football. You can have a little bit of contact when you play for the ball. He's in good position, got away with a grab there. Now turn around and find the ball. He does. And you find that football, you can make a play.
3rd and 17 as the Spartans defense looks for a stop here. Moniz extending the play. Going way down. Boy, and he had a man for a moment there, Billy Ray Stutzman. And he was searching for that ball with James Orth, the big 6'2" safety. Just a couple steps in front.
You know, not a lot of rhythm to the Hawaii offense. Those negative plays on 1st or 2nd down can take you out of your plan and your rhythm, and it's happened there as that ball had no shot of being caught by Stutzman, as Orth was also in position to try and make a play.
So Greg McMackin sends out the punt team. Danaki to kick to Yell. And the fair catch at about the 30. So they don't take advantage of the fumble recovery. Still trailing by 13 is Hawaii. Saturday night, we've got you covered on ESPN and ESPN2. 4 games. You got Oregon and Arizona State. That should be a really good one with Brent Kirk and Aaron at Autzen. I'm interested to see how many times Brock Heward is doing telestration on a Landry Jones touchdown pass with Oklahoma. What are they going to drop on Kansas defense?
Wait a minute. What did Kansas give up in the first half last week? 56?
Well, they're giving up 49 points per game. I looked it up this week.
Yeah, but they gave up 56 in the first half to Oklahoma State.
What are they giving up to Oklahoma tomorrow?
Total?
If Oklahoma wanted to, what could they drop?
They could drop 75 if they wanted to.
Faulkner does get it complete now to his tight end, and that's a good gain by Ryan Otten. 20-yard reception for their 6'6" tight end. So tomorrow you got Bama, Ole Miss, you got Florida, Auburn, OU, Kansas. We talked about that, and then 10:15 on ESPN is going to be Arizona State, Oregon.
That's a big day in Oregon. Game day up there in Eugene with an early morning call.
Yep, 9 a.m. on ESPNU with Chris Lee, Kirk Desmond Aaron, and David Pollock. And keeping it on the ground with Tyler Irvin, as Irvin has gotten a good amount of carries tonight, working him in with Brandon Rutley, who is thought to not be 100% with that bad ankle.
Well, San Jose State has to be careful about becoming too conservative. They're only ahead by a couple of scores. That Hawaii offense has not gotten a lot done tonight. You want to shorten the game, but you want to make sure you get more points.
2nd and 6 as both Tui Tupo and Otten, the 2 tight ends, move in motion. And connecting once again with Otten, and the ball comes loose. A flag is down at the strip from Richard Torres, and we will see on the flag as Hawaii is able to recover that loose ball.
Richard Torres, there was also a flag on the play.
That's the 2nd takeaway by Torres tonight.
Holding offense number 55. Penalty is declined. 1st down.
And now this is wild because the entire first half, Mike McIntyre, you can see how upset he is, was all about the turnovers by Hawaii. And now here we got 2 in a row by San Jose State.
Well, look at Torres. And he just rips it away. I mean, that's his 2nd takeaway of the night. I mean, that's really being a ball hawk. You're talking about a guy who was a walk-on, who's really become a big, big player on this team.
He's had 2 pick sixes this season. Had a school record 99-yard return for a touchdown at Washington. Came into the program at 145 pounds, Rod.
Yeah, he's bigger than that now.
Yeah, strong safety now, a senior and a real contributor. Moniz Oh, and that was a dangerous pass that time as Tui Poloto jumped out in front of that effort by Moniz.
Now remember the start of the night we talked about the fact that in this offense, what you run as a route is determined after the snap. And the quarterback and the receiver have to be on the same page. And as we learned yesterday from their coaches, it's up to the receiver to make the quarterback happy.
You talk to the Hawaii coaches, they'll tell you time and time again about the relationship between receiver and quarterback and how critical it is in the run and shoot. 2nd and 10. Could not connect with Darius Bright, who was covered by the senior Iheanacho. Not a typical Bryant Moniz evening at all. 16 of 29 for 174 and the 2 interceptions.
3 of 6 on 3rd down tonight. This is a big one.
3rd and 10. Goes the other way, and off the tip, it is caught by Billy Ray Stutzman. A 1st down for the Warriors.
I think he did a one-handed job on that. I think he plucked that one out of the air with one hand.
Defender jumped in front, and he kept his eye on the ball. And it's a 1st down at the 42.
What concentration. I mean, that's as good as it gets when you've got Ben Wickery coming in front of you, distracting you, but you still focus. 26-yard pickup.
Moniz again to go downfield, and it's intercepted. Duke Iheanacho. Yet another Hawaii turnover. Six takeaways for the San Jose State defense. Crazy George getting the wave going here. They're going to be celebrating all night long if they can hold on to this one and get their first win at home against Hawaii since 1997. Brian Moniz just throwing the pick. 6 turnovers now for Hawaii. Joe Tessitore and Rod Gilmore with you here at Spartan Stadium. This program is trying to get back, turn things and head in the right direction. This would be a big night of stamping that. Rutley. What a hole that Brandon Rutley had to the 19.
Let's go back to the interception. The eyes don't lie. Watch the quarterback's head. Watch the safety Iheanacho. Watch what he sees. He sees Moniz looking to the right side. Now the quarterback has to use his eyes to hold the safety in the middle. He doesn't do it. He takes Iheanacho to the play right from the start. Iheanacho believes what he saw at the beginning. The eyes did not lie, and he made a big play out of it.
Yeah, and that look doesn't lie either. Moniz not happy with his play tonight. Faulkner on 2nd and 4, and that is intercepted. That's Torres. Rod, what were you saying about Richard Torres?
Oh, trifecta. A ball hawk.
Causing fumbles and now grabbing a pick. And Moniz has a chance for redemption.
Wow. Torres just really drives on this thing. Watch him right here. He sees it. He's going to drive on it. He sees it right away, sees the quarterback, and he's in a better spot than the receiver. He drives on Carr and the football, beats him to the spot. That is fantastic safety play. Wow.
Iosefa fighting his way to the 25. Welcome those of you who have watching some postseason baseball, and perhaps joining us here in the third quarter, Joe Tessitore and Rod Gilmore at Spartan Stadium in San Jose, with Hawaii with that high-powered offense has been fizzling tonight against this opportunistic San Jose State team. But now Bryant Moniz, after a pickoff, with good field position to take advantage of. Their star quarterback, the senior, who hasn't played like a star tonight. Then he throws it behind Sampson there.
They have not taken advantage of the opportunities in the second half. Basically, Torres keeps giving the offense the football with the takeaways, and they have not cashed in.
It's going to be a 3rd and 6 as Kent Baer's defense. How about his defense holding Hawaii's offense to 7 points at this point?
I think he would have told you even he didn't see that happening through the first 3 quarters of play.
Need to get to the 18-yard line. Oh, and there was movement on the left side of the defensive line that may have caused the right tackle to jump out of his stance.
Offside, defense number 40. 5-yard penalty, 3rd down.
Oh, that can change your 3rd down call.
Oh, tremendously,
yeah,
right?
Yeah, gives you a 3rd and short. But this defense has done a great job tonight. Look what they've done to this Hawaii offense, averaging 37 points a game. They only have 7 tonight. They only had 8 turnovers coming into the night. They've committed 5.
San Jose leads the WAC in turnovers gained. 6 on the night. 3rd and 1 now. Moniz is going to take a shot and overthrew Stutzman, and Stutzman had a gap between himself and James Orth.
Yeah, a gap of about 7 yards. Give that ball some air, let him run underneath it, you got a touchdown. Now you have a 4th down decision. You have not been picking up points off of turnovers. Look at that. He's got a lot of room there. If that ball has more air, he's got plenty of time. I think you need points. I think you need points. You just haven't gotten it going. I kick a field goal to get something going. They have not cashed in on turnovers.
4th and 1. Pressure. Complete, and into the end zone goes Ostrowski. A 4th down touchdown pass by Moniz to Jeremiah Ostrowski.
Ostrowski did a nice job working inside against Orth. He had him in single coverage in the slot, and he loses him inside. He's to the right of your screen. He gets inside of Orth, number 81. Nobody in the middle to help out.
Dual sport guy is Ostrowski. Good basketball player for University of Hawaii as well. And Chun puts through the extra point, and all of a sudden it's a 6-point game. The interception by Torres set up things for Bryant Moniz and Jeremiah Ostrowski. And Hawaii is right back in it. 20-14 as Hawaii takes advantage of the turnover and turns it in to 7 on the board as Bryant Moniz found Ostrowski. Got great games tomorrow, noon to midnight on your Saturday. A few that will point out: Michigan and Michigan State. Oak State and their offense against the Longhorns. Arizona State, Oregon's going to be a great nightcap. And Florida, unranked Florida. Auburn's won 11 straight home games. Brad Nessler, Todd Blackledge, and Holly Rowe will have that game. Auburn and Florida at 7 o'clock on ESPN. Tyler Irvin. And Irvin trying to get his way to the 23. Rutley with a 8.5-yard run before he is tackled by Corey Paredes.
Good first down pickup for them.
Look at this second half with the turnovers, Rod.
Yeah, San Jose State has struggled. 20-7 at halftime. They've come out with 3 possessions, 3 turnovers in the second half. And Torres has been involved in a couple of them.
2nd and 2 now. Rutley, and he spins his way for a first down. Remember what I said to you? We were sitting here at halftime. I said, Rod, 5 turnovers by Hawaii in the first half, and yet you look up on the score and you think it should be much bigger, that San Jose State should have taken advantage of those 5 turnovers.
Well, I can assure you McIntyre and company at San Jose State were thinking the same thing. Missed opportunities, leaving the door open for Hawaii. And they're starting to walk through it.
Torres has had a big night.
Oh, man.
Safety for Hawaii. Faulkner to pass here on first down. He's going to take a shot downfield, and that was almost intercepted as Mike Edwards turned around and had a play on the ball. He was looking for Jabari Carr downfield.
Yeah, that's just taking too many chances there. Faulkner put that ball up into double coverage and is lucky it wasn't picked. Torres and Edwards both there. Edwards in great position. Ball hit him in a bad place, right where you can catch it.
You don't see a lot of Hawaii players from Cleveland, Ohio, but such is the case with Mike Edwards, the cornerback.
Who would say no?
No, he went to Tennessee, got himself into a bit of trouble there, then went JUCO and ended up at Hawaii. 2nd and 10. Rutley. Oh, and he uses a block from the receiver Grigsby to get out past the 40-yard line. He was tackled by Mike Sellers.
I think a few of Edwards' friends were happy to see him go to Honolulu. Good place to visit.
So it'll make for a 3rd and 3 for Coach McIntyre's offense. Third and 3. Faulkner. And they get the first down. Chandler Jones, who's had a huge night. So, Mike McIntyre, his father George was a great coach down at Vanderbilt, and he carries in his pocket. You see him fiddling with that medal right there? That's the Bobby Dodd Coach of the Year medal that his father won in 1982. And when he's thinking about Dad, when he's looking for some good luck or something positive to happen, you'll see him pull that out and he'll play with it, Rod.
Yeah, he almost lost it a couple weeks ago, left it in the locker room at an away game, but fortunately a Good Samaritan sent it back to him.
First down now. Faulkner, that is batted down right at the line of scrimmage that time by Moses Samia.
He's got that coin out. I mean, after what he's seen in the second half with 3 turnovers, he's got to work that coin a lot because they need to pick up something on offense.
And by the way, he played at Georgia Tech, and he had the opportunity to actually meet Bobby Dodd. Of course, Coach's son, he's got such a great appreciation for the lineage of the craft. And that was a awkward handoff, but Tyler Irvin shakes free and makes the most of it. That was a strong run by the freshman running back, who not so long ago was a defensive back that they moved over to offense.
Yeah, they moved him back there to help out with the depth because of Rutley's injury. And he's not a big guy, but you don't often get a real good shot at him in open space. You see all the arm tackles he's able to slip. Nobody could take a real good shot at him. He just has that knack for kind of sliding away from the hits.
First down for San Jose State. And they go with the screen to Grigsby. And Grigsby hits it to the 31. Richard Torres with the tackle as they speed things up. You'll see that change of pace from their offensive coordinator, DeFilippo, every so often. And here they snap at 27 seconds on the play clock. Rutley. And Rutley surges ahead. He's probably going to be just about 2 feet short of the sticks.
This is a tougher San Jose State team. It's a team that didn't believe in running the football last year. They do it a lot more now. They've played close games, Nevada, UCLA, games that they had chances to win. They've had their heart broken a couple of games, but they keep firing back.
3rd and 1, that bunch jumbo formation. Oh, and he fakes it. He's going to pass out of it. And it's intercepted by Hardy Tulio. He just put too much air on it. They sold it well, but he lofted it up like a moon ball.
Great discipline in the Hawaii secondary.
Remember, they ran that on 4th and inches earlier as a quarterback sneak. Now they come back here and throw it.
Yeah, all bunched in, sold out, but the guys in the secondary, the safeties, including Torres, who comes rushing in there, the guys playing back did a nice job of waiting back there. Hardy Tulio was back there making the play. Great discipline in that secondary.
So now Hawaii with the ball, only down 6. Moniz, calm and cool and connecting with Stutzman.
Second half has been miserable for the San Jose State offense. 4 possessions in the second half, 4 turnovers. Think about the miscues all night. They dropped the touchdown pass. They missed a 30-yard field goal. They had a pick 6 taken back because of a unsportsmanlike conduct with a late hit 30 yards away from the play.
2nd and 4. Moniz looks to the near side, and it's incomplete, right off the hands of Ostrowski, who had the touchdown earlier. Nick Rolovich, the offensive coordinator for this run and shoot. He says you got to play with aggressive common sense. Tough to make sense of all the turnovers in this game. 3rd and 4.
Almost an oxymoron, aggressive common sense.
They bring pressure on 3rd and 4. Moniz trying to escape it, and he does a first down and much, much more. He picks up a great block from Pollard, and Moniz could go all the way inside the 5. A 74-yard run by the senior quarterback.
Don't watch Moniz. Watch 81 Pollard out there. Bad hamstring and all, will get 2 blocks. He gets in the way of a couple of guys, which opens up the sideline for Moniz. I mean, you talk about effort by a guy who's hurting, helping his team out. Pollard delivered a couple of great blocks there.
I think you could honestly say the last 50 yards of that run was earned by Pollard's block there. That happened at about the 45. They're all
a guy who's limping around on a bad hamstring.
1st and goal now. The Osefa, the lone back here. He gets the call, and he gets the touchdown. An extra point away from coming back and taking the lead.
Yeah, this is unbelievable. Now, Hawaii turned it over 5 times in the first half. San Jose State has turned it over 4 times already in the second half. Are you kidding me?
Kenton Chun, the senior kicker from Honolulu, on to try to give him the lead. And he chips it through. Moniz breathing a little heavy because he earned every inch of it.
Yeah.
74-yard run. It's been a story of turnovers in the second half for the Spartans.
Meltdown. You know, you had Rutley give up the football, and then great plays by Torres. A strip here on Otten, and then a terrific interception And then finally at the end, Tully Owl comes up with this on a fake play, a trick play, to get the 4th takeaway. 4 second-half turnovers by San Jose State after being clean in the first half, having a 5-turnover-to-none advantage. Wiped out now.
Greg McMackin probably said to his team at halftime, hey, listen, we're still in this thing. We couldn't have played worse, and we're still in this thing. Now they got the lead with 1:25 to go in the third, and smiles on the face for the first time tonight. Brian Moniz in that offense.
Well, you just had a feeling in the first half when San Jose State didn't take full advantage of the 5 turnovers, that they only got 10 points off of 5 turnovers, that would come back to haunt them.
Tyler Irvin on the return for San Jose. And he is ripped down at the 26, and a late flag comes in.
Legal block below the waist, number 16 on the return team. 10-yard penalty, first down.
So that'll push him back. Unlimited action coming up this weekend, brought to you by Sprint Rod.
Well, you can't talk about Michigan and Sparty without talking about the Paul Bunyan Act. That's what's at stake in that game tomorrow. And Alabama, Oklahoma should cruise, and we've got the big one tomorrow night from Eugene, Arizona State, and Oregon. No LaMichael James in the lineup for Oregon.
It's going to be a 10:15 start on ESPN. Michigan State, noon on ESPN with Dave Pasch, Chris Spielman, Urban Meyer, and Quentin Kesnick, and Denard Robinson, who's the 4th leading rusher in the country and getting a lot of support in our Heisman poll each week with what he's been able to do so far this year. Tyler Irvin cuts back and gains 4.
Where does Robinson stand in the Heismanology, the voting right now?
He's number 5 according to the official voters at ESPN. Now there's a big gap between Andrew Luck and Robert Griffin III, but there's such a good group of candidates, number 2 down to 8, that the voting is being spread thin, widespread, and that's why Luck has the lead, because there's not a clearly defined number 2 and number 3 right now.
So big games for all those candidates who will be in action tomorrow.
Faulkner. Oh, and that was dangerous. He didn't put much on that. The flag comes in at the end there. It was tipped by Tui Polotu, and as he was looking for Otten.
Pass interference, defense, number 1. Spot foul, automatic first down.
So that's a spot foul underneath 15 yards, and that was Aaron Brown, the linebacker, who they got on the call.
Yeah, they got him. He actually kind of held Otten a little bit and then tried to spin him around a little bit.
Final minute of this third quarter. We go with the inside run for just a gain of 1.5 yards to Irvin, as the tackle came from Tui Polotu.
Tui Polotu is a big guy inside, a run stuffer at 300 pounds. Really requires a double team to deal with him inside.
He's gotten quiet here at Spartan Stadium, hasn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
They were having the time of their life with the 20-7 lead with this upset-minded squad of Spartans and all those turnovers in the first half, but Hawaii came roaring back against Mike McIntyre's team, and they have a 1-point lead as we head to the 4th. Start of the 4th quarter here in San Jose. Glad you're with us. Joe Tessitore and Rod Gilmore, as Bryant Moniz, the senior quarterback for Hawaii, who's ranked in the top 10 in the country in total offense, contributed on the ground with a 74-yard run to set his team up with a 1-point lead here, as San Jose State has given up a 13-point lead. 2nd and 8. Faulkner gets it complete, and stretching out for the first down was Tuitupo. Peter Tuitupo with the first down there.
Well, I think the Spartans are glad that third quarter is finally over. Four turnovers on 4 possessions led to 14 Hawaii points. Brian Muniz, 51 yards, had a pick. It was a nightmarish quarter for San Jose State.
5 turnovers for Hawaii in the first half, 4 turnovers for San Jose State in the third. And the inside run goes for just a couple of yards from Rutley.
Well, and the thing is about that for San Jose State, they had some things going offensively. They were moving the football in the second half, and they hadn't really done that in the first half. So you start to feel like if you just take care of the football, you'll get some points, Spartans, right? I mean, they figured it out at halftime how to move the football.
2nd and 8. Rutley again, and Rutley is going to be a couple yards short as he was cut down by Corey Paredes.
Their second half adjustment on offense has been to use Grigsby on the short passes and to run the ball more inside with Rutley, and it's been effective. They just haven't held on to the football.
Mike McIntyre closing his eyes and hoping for the best. Seen him holding on to that lucky Bobby Dodd Coach of the Year medal. 3rd and 3. Comes back out of the backfield now, and a first down as Rutley was the safety net there, and he used it.
On 3rd down, Faulkner's been pretty good. 8 of 12, 8 first downs. It's not an issue of play selection. It's an issue of ball security.
And Aaron Brown, best linebacker that Hawaii has, is down at the end of that last play. So as they tend to Aaron Brown, we'll take a quick break and come right back to San Jose. Stay with us. Right now, San Jose State wants to generate some offense here, and Faulkner is torn down by Mayatunga. Vaughn Mayatunga just ripped down Matt Faulkner.
Well, take a look right here. He's going to just get right inside. They're not really going to hand him, almost passing him off, and it's a little bit too late. Reed, the center, passes him off to Kaspar, the guard, and neither one took responsibility for him. That's a whole lot of men to ignore.
He was chewing on that gum pretty good, huh?
Chewing on the quarterback, too, Faulkner.
2nd and 18. Oh, that's intercepted. What a disastrous second half of turnovers this is turning into for San Jose State. Yet another one. This time it's Mike Edwards with the pick.
You know, Tess, when a quarterback stares down a receiver, any good corner or safety will make a play on the football. You will drive that ball. And Faulkner stared down his receiver from start to finish. And look at the break on the football. Look at that move by Edwards.
5 possessions, 5 turnovers in the second half for San Jose State. And Claire Gosman, the referee, and his crew want to take a look at that interception. We'll take a break. Mike Edwards just had the interception for Hawaii. They looked at it. They said the play on the field stands. So there was not indisputable evidence to reverse the call. Basically, they can't confirm the call is correct. They can't prove it's wrong. So the play on the field stands. And it does so as a turnover for Hawaii.
Yeah, that's exactly right. They didn't see enough. Couldn't tell if the ball hit the ground or if he had possession. So not enough evidence to overturn the call. So you leave the call as is. And I'll tell you this. If you carve swag into your head, you better play well.
That's what the haircut on Mike Edwards says. So 11 combined turnovers, the most this season in major college football. Hawaii with 6, San Jose State with 5, all in this half for the Spartans. And a completion this time to Jeremiah Ostrowski.
You know, I still don't have the sense that Moniz has gotten into a flow, a rhythm. They've picked it up a little better in the second half, but still a couple of passes off here and there, not quite in sync. Had the big run, 74-yard run that set up a score.
Play of the game so far. 74-yard run on 3rd down.
Block of the game by Pollard.
Indeed. Sprung his quarterback free. 2nd and 2 now. Delayed handoff, Iosefa. Oh, and he bulldozes his way straight ahead for a score. A 32-yard touchdown run by Joey Iosefa.
The spread offense takes Iheanacho out to the right side. You saw the safety move to the right to get out of the frame to go to that triple receiver side and cover over there. Left no line of defense back there once Iosefa was able to run through tackles. Iosefa 240 showed some speed there.
Oh, and it's blocked. They can return this for a conversion of their own. Iheanacho, can he do it? Unbelievable. Their star safety, Duke Iheanacho, scoops up the blocked extra point and returns it for the rare 2-point conversion for the defense.
Well, he almost stopped halfway through the run because his legs started bothering him, almost like he was either cramping up or pulling a muscle. A pause for a moment during the run and then decided to gut it out. And watch him to the top of the screen, number 2. The block is by Johnson, Travis Johnson, who's had a big night. Watch right there. That's where Iheanacho started to pull up and then figured, I think I can gut it out. And he does.
And what guts. Fighting through the pain, stride after stride, to return it and score 2 for San Jose State.
You talk about playing hard, playing tough. That's playing hard. I mean, that's knowing that your team needs it and you're hurting and you fight through it still.
So instead of it being what would have been an 8-point lead, instead it's just 5. Fifth time this year that Hawaii has had a kick block, 2 field goals, and now 3 PATs. And Dick Tomey, who was the head coach here at San Jose State, cannot be pleased as he makes his return as the special teams coach for Hawaii. And Irvin on the return as the Spartans offense will take the field, now down only 5.
How strange can it get on Friday night?
That's pretty strange. You don't see that often.
No.
In what has been an absolutely wild game of turnovers, and now a blocked extra point returned for a 2-point conversion.
Yeah, that's not so much as a drive chart as a wreck chart. When you have 5 possessions and they end with 5 turnovers.
Faulkner back out there. Play action. And he gets it complete. Jones, who spins free, picks up a block and is out past midfield. This kid Chandler Jones is having quite a night.
Paredes gets in to force him out and make the tackle. But Jones has had a big night, a reverse for a touchdown run, picked up a fumble, returned that for a touchdown.
Now on the ground, Rutley. And he is tackled right near the line of scrimmage.
Tui Pelotu in on that tackle. The big guy inside, 300-pounder. Tough to run inside where he's stationed.
2nd and 11. Faulkner has thrown 3 interceptions, part of the 5 turnovers in this second half. As Jones gets a drink and hopes his offense can continue on here. Remember, he had the fumble on that kickoff return for a touchdown. Out of the backfield now is Rutley, and Rutley splits the middle, and they will have a first down at the 31. Mike Edwards had the tackle.
The ankle is fine. The ankle is fine. You see the acceleration after he received the pass just beyond the line of scrimmage.
17 yards there. Get a sense of a momentum swing here as the crowd has come alive after that 2-point conversion out of left field. Oh, and they tripped on the exchange. Rutley just fell forward that time.
And that creates a negative play. So now you're looking at a 2nd and 13, 2nd and 12. There's that little limp from that ankle injury.
Remember, he missed last week against BYU.
Yeah. So Grigsby has been the big receiver tonight for San Jose State, helping bail them out of tough situations. And 2nd and 12 when you've been driving is a tough situation.
Nice movement up front.
Start 75 offense, 5 yards, 2nd down.
McIntyre just wipes that brow. It's been that kind of night.
That was ankle against knee. And Faulkner's knee won.
And now you tack on the motion up front, bringing them back to a 2nd and 17. That Bobby Dodd Coach of the Year medal in the left hand of Coach McIntyre is looking for some good luck. And just 2 yards there as Irvin caught it out of the backfield, so it'll be a 3rd and long.
3rd and long, but I think what you need to keep in mind here is that you are on the fringe of field goal range and a chance to cut this to a very, very close 2-point margin. So you're thinking about a play that gives you an opportunity on 4th down to get some points or take a shot at 1st down. You can't afford to punt or give up yardage right here. You got a chance to get some points out of this drive.
3rd and 15, they got to get it down to the 21. Faulkner, plenty of time. And then he goes short to none. So that is just to the 33. Ron, that'll be a 50-yard attempt if they were to take a shot. And Jens Alvarez just has a long of 43. But they will give it a go from 50.
He's going to stretch himself a bit here, which means he's probably going to give it a little bit more of a line drive effect, which increases the risk of a block.
It just twisted off to the side at the end there. So the Hawaii defense bends but doesn't break. This was from 50 to try to cut into that lead. Slid right in front of that post. Look at how close that was. This was their homecoming event here at San Jose State last night. They call it the Fire on the Fountain. 5th year they've been doing this right on campus. They got a festival of games and food and entertainment and a whole lot of fire circus acts apparently, Rod.
Aren't you supposed to see in the game with a patsy that you know you can win. So just ask him.
We were at home last night.
Yeah, not a good choice by Cal. USC is not a patsy.
Moniz to pass here on first down, and he gets it complete to Stutzman, who fights his way for 10.5 yards. 5-point Hawaii lead. Remember, they trailed 20-7, came all the way back 21-20, and then went out in front. Looked like they were going to have an 8-point margin, but extra point was blocked, returned for a 2-point conversion by San Jose State, and now coming up on 7.5 minutes, they're going to try to close things out here. But with all the turnovers we've had tonight, you get the sense it's a long way from over. Moniz, they go with the bubble screen that time, and that is to Ostrowski out past midfield. Building a program is brought to you by Craftsman, the quarterbacks through the years for the Warriors.
Well, clearly Hawaii has built their program based on the run and shoot and great quarterback play. Timmy Chang, Bolt Brennan, and now Brian Moniz. Top quarterbacks in college football during their time in Hawaii. It's a good way to build a program.
2nd and 3 now. Moniz calmly looks things over. And once again, the screen game is going to give them a first down as Stutzman brings it inside the 40. Listen, Moniz hasn't had exactly the night you'd think him to have, but we had a really nice visit with him down on the field just before kickoff. He didn't want to talk about football. He wanted to talk about a 6-year-old young man named Drew Ida.
Yeah. He has his name written on his hand. Drew is a guy that 6-year-old plays football in Hawaii and actually collapsed the other day.
And he wanted everybody surrounding Drew, his family, and Drew to know that he's thinking about him tonight. And that was the thing he wanted to come up and tell us, and we're happy to pass that along for his fine young man, Bryant Moniz, who's a father in his own right, as a 3-year-old daughter. On the draw here is Iosefa. And Iosefa, as he has many times tonight, just thundering his way into the defensive backfield down to the 20-yard line.
A defensive backfield that doesn't have Duke Iheanacho back there because of the hamstring it looked like he pulled on that 2-point conversion.
And Iosefa is slow to get up here at the end of that run.
That middle is different when Iheanacho isn't back there. He is a big hitter, big player, NFL prospect, and with that leg injury, that middle opens up a little bit more, and Iosefa took advantage of it, but he's down right now.
And Iosefa with 77 yards and a couple of scores tonight on just 6 rushing attempts. Remind you that Saturday night on ESPN and ESPN2, we've got 4 games. We got number 2 Alabama on ESPN2. Mark Jones, Ed Cunningham, and Janine Edwards will have the call. Their game against Ole Miss. Wrap things up with Brenton Herbie and Aaron Andrews with Arizona State and Oregon at 10:15 on ESPN. Ole Miss, Alabama. That Alabama defense has only given up 7 points a game, Rod. Ole Miss scores how many tomorrow? I'll go the other way. I asked you how many Oklahoma will score. Now, Ole Miss scores how
maybe
many?
10. There's Iheanacho. He's back on the field now.
The other end of the spectrum with that Alabama defense.
Maybe 10 for Ole Miss. I tell you, I got a question for you about the SEC, or a statement about it.
So first down inside the 20 as Sterling Jackson is now the back. Moniz. Oh, and he goes sidearm to the 12. Little Doug Flutie look there to it as he sprinted out quickly and then goes back sidearm.
Yeah. You mentioned Alabama.
Yes.
Well, the SEC may be a little bit top heavy as you take a look at Moniz moving out here, keeping that drive alive. Of the 18 conference games, 9 of them have been decided by double digits or more in the SEC. A lot of them blowouts. So even players and coaches are saying that's abnormal. And so maybe that conference, even though it's still the best conference, is a little top heavy this year.
Oh, but the top is very heavy.
Yes.
LSU and Alabama. But I agree with you. The bottom is not what it should be. Jackson. And he's wrapped up right at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, Travis Johnson had wasted no time getting in there to make that play. He is a quick defensive end, undersized at 240 pounds, but he uses his quickness and his strength to play in there tough against those 300-pound linemen.
Reminder that Sports Center is coming up after Rod and I finish things up here in San Jose. We'll talk about the Cardinals and get you set for a big day of college football tomorrow.
Third down here. Careful with the football. A field goal would give them a full possession, 2-possession lead possibly.
Get it up to 8, and there's movement up front as the guard was starting to pull.
Full start, 54 offense, 5 yards, third down.
That's Brett Leonard. He was anxious to get around to the other side and pull out of that left guard position.
Yeah, you know, Pollard was the big receiver for Hawaii. I don't know how effective he can be catching the ball with that hamstring injury, but he was certainly effective blocking to help the offense and Moniz on a big run, but he hasn't caught any passes in the second half, and I got to believe that's largely due to that hamstring.
So big 3rd and 9. Moniz. He is taken down. Travis Johnson, just when San Jose State needed a big stop, he delivers.
I tell you, he is a relentless pass rusher. When others give up, he just keeps on coming, and he was in there that time cleaning up, getting another sack. It's going to be a tougher field goal.
Well, they got pushed back, and then they got the sack, so it's a 4th and 16, and the ball's at the 25, so that would be a 42-yard attempt. And they have 2 different place kickers, one for long field goals and one for short field goals, and I don't know how much they trust the circumstance.
It looked like Dick Tomey just said, well, I think we can make
Please
that.
Set the clock to 3:40. 3:40, and the clock will run.
And there is Tyler Haddon, who is the young man who would attempt a longer field goal, which they consider over 40 yards. He's 2 for 4 on the year, but he's been blocked 2 times. And keep in mind, San Jose State just blocked an extra point, and they returned it for a 2-point conversion.
And Iheanacho, who returned it, is back on the field.
So Bryant Moniz will stay on the field on a 4th and 16. And you're going to get a timeout called by San Jose State. And there is Iheanacho, who returned the 2-point conversion off the blocked extra point. We will take a break. When we return, a 4th and 16. Hawaii now sends out the kicker, Tyler Haddon, because they consider him the long-distance kicker, and it's only a 42-yard attempt.
Look, you got to be able to kick a 40-yard field goal, 42-yard field goal at this level of football. If you can't, you've got problems. You need open tryouts.
Here's the hard facts. 4 attempts on the year. He's had 2 blocked and only a long of 30. This one is blocked and scooped and brought down to the 42. Oh, Dick Tomey, now the special teams coach in Hawaii, the former head coach here at San Jose. He comes back to San Jose, and his kicking game is just gone south here.
Well, that was all Travis Johnson inside. I mean, a low snap, low kick, but Travis Johnson blew it up inside. Look inside here, right there, 43. Look what happens. He blows right through 2 blockers. Are you kidding me?
What an awesome effort by Travis Johnson.
Wow.
And Mike McIntyre celebrating another blocked kick. Remember, they blocked an extra point and returned it for a 2-point conversion.
Well, that's Travis Johnson. He blocked the PAT, he blocked the field goal, and he also has 2 sacks tonight.
We got 3:22 left, and San Jose is looking for an upset. And Rutley cannot find any ground in the middle of that defense. Clock ticks down towards 3 minutes. They had the big lead. They gave it up. And now trying to rally with blocked kicks. 2nd and 10 for Faulkner. Running back. Oh, he's going to get something out of this. Rutley, they stripped it. Hawaii has it. Aaron Brown. The 6th turnover of the half. San Jose State self-destructing in this 2nd half. Corey Paredes caused the fumble.
Yeah, he ran down Rutley, got to Rutley, and Rutley was carrying the ball a little bit low. And look, that ball's low and away from the body. That ball's got to be up high and tight, but it's low. And Paredes rips it right out. That's the 3rd fumble on the night for Rutley.
He was juggling the ball before he was even hit and then stripped away, not securing it. 12 turnovers in this game.
Unbelievable.
The most of any game so far this year in college football. And Rutley's inconsolable. Flag is down.
Here we go, substitution offense. 5-yard penalty, 1st down.
Maybe saying to yourself, 12 turnovers in a game? Boy, it's got to be coming up on a record. Not even close. Take you back to 1969. Wichita State and the Seminoles, 20.
17 fumbles? Wow.
Now 2:35 and Hawaii trying to put this away. Iosefa.
So the question becomes for Hawaii, can their run and shoot, which is a pass-based offense, chew up clock with the running game? And San Jose State could very well get another shot at this. And they're going to have to use timeouts pretty soon here. They only have 2 left.
Nick Rolovich and head coach Greg McMackin trying to withstand this roller coaster ride of a game. Moniz, he doesn't go anywhere.
They should be calling timeout.
Travis Johnson, who we were just raving about with the tackle of Moniz. And they do use a timeout here, leaving 1:45 on the clock. Tonight's Real Deal is brought to you by Wendy's.
A lot of guys have had big nights, but nobody's had a bigger night than Richard Torres. He turned everything around for Hawaii with his play in the 2nd half. He stripped Auden of the football there. That was a big turnover. And then he picked this one off from Faulkner deep in the San Jose State territory to set up the offense. His play in the 2nd half, real deal. Big plays out of him.
And you can vote for Wendy's Real Deal at ESPN.com on your mobile phone. Six turnovers apiece. San Jose State looked like they had that big gainer that was going to have them knock it on the door. Instead, Hawaii with a chance to put this thing away. 3rd and 12. Let's see if they can convert. Moniz, shovel pass. Iosefa stacked up, and it'll depend on the mark. This is going to be very close as Keith Smith came up to meet the 240-pound running back. Remember, that yellow line is not official. They will measure here. That's just our little TV toy. They're going to bring out the chains.
Wow. And everything riding on it for Hawaii here.
And they're spotting it as a 4th down. So a timeout by San Jose State. They just flat out marked it a touch short.
Oh, you'd be so tempted to go for it here, but you know what? If you do that and you miss it, you are going to be called the worst coach in the country. You have to kick this ball away.
So the punt team runs out there. Danaki, 112 career punts, never had one blocked. Ronnie Yell back to return. And this is a good high boot by Danaki. And he positioned it well into that corner. Now this is a good start to your college football weekend. And tomorrow should be a fun one from noon right past midnight. You got Michigan, Michigan State. I'm interested to see how Texas handles themselves after the game against Oklahoma. And boy, oh boy, 10-15 is going to be a fun one with Arizona State up there at number 9 Oregon with Brent Musburger, Kirk Herbstreit, and Aaron Andrews.
Unusual day for us. We'll get to catch all of this stuff. Can't wait to see Michigan and Sparty kick it off early tomorrow morning out here on the coast. And Oklahoma State's offense against Texas. Can Texas do a little ball control in that ball game?
And the test for Brock Osweiler, the quarterback of Arizona State, to wrap up what should be a very good day of entertaining games. Now the opportunity for San Jose State. Minute 24, trailing by 5. Faulkner has it complete, and close to a first down is Noel Grigsby. Gets out of bounds smartly.
They're working with no timeouts. You have to use the sidelines effectively and take your chances over the middle at the right time.
It is a first down. Faulkner's a senior who they think's a heady player. See what he comes up with here. Complete. Here's Grigsby. And he settles in at the 43.
They're getting a soft 3 deep coverage. There's room behind the linebackers and in front of the safeties and corners, and that's how Faulkner was able to find Grigsby.
Clock continues to count down. Takes a pump. Oh, and that was dangerous. He was looking for the running back out of the backfield, but he ran into Zach Mash, so it falls incomplete. It'll be second down. Clock stopped at 1:03. Remember, been a long time since San Jose has been able to celebrate with a win at home against Hawaii. You got to go back to 1997. This is a program that has struggled mightily in recent years, but Coach McIntyre is trying to turn it around in quick order, and this would help with an upset win against the Warriors. Faulkner has options and has a man. Grigsby. First down. Clock will stop while they move the chains. They're down to the 37.
He is being aggressive. He had a safety valve out to the left, chose not to go there, and instead put a ball up over the middle that was a little risky, but Grigsby got down to make the play for him.
Faulkner to the outside. Oh, and that was batted away at the last second by Mike Edwards. Clock stopped at 43 seconds.
Yeah, this is not Faulkner's strength to throw the deep out. That ball hangs a little bit, and you can't hang a ball out there in front of Edwards. He's already proven that tonight with the pick. He can really close on the football.
Can they overcome the 6 turnovers here in the second half?
Hawaii is going to have to tighten up their defense. They're running out of room. They're not worried about a field goal, so they've given room now, but it's getting to the point where they're going to have to take a few more chances on defense, and here they come. They're showing it now.
Showing pressure. They bring it against Faulkner. Over the middle, and he has it complete. And Jones, touchdown! Third touchdown of the night for Chandler Jones, and San Jose State with a last-minute rally. And with it being just a one-point margin, they will go for two to try to create the cushion of a field goal.
Absolutely. And Faulkner did a great job, as did his offensive line. They picked up the blitz, and he kept his composure and waited for Jones to clear.
That play clock is counting down there.
Game. Offense, number 7. 5-yard penalty.
Watch the
Repeat the
pressure
try.
inside and off the edge. They slide the protection to the right, and they pick it up. That's enough time for Jones to clear across the middle to beat the single coverage, and Faulkner had the patience to get the ball to him.
An outrageous night for Chandler Jones, who scored on an end around, on a fumble recovery scooped up off a kickoff, and here in dramatic fashion on a potential game-winning reception with 36 seconds to go.
He has scored almost every way imaginable. Reverse, a catch, and then off a fumble recovery.
And now, because of the penalty, they're backed up for the conversion, and they're going to run it. And Rutley does not even get back to the line of scrimmage, as Mayatunga and Torres were quick to get him. 36 seconds remain for Coach McMackin's Warriors.
Well, keep in mind that Hawaii's kicking team, field goal team, doesn't have a lot of range. So they've got to move this ball a long, long way in a short period of time, despite the timeouts they have. The last 5 games here have been pretty exciting, pretty close finishes.
Also keep this in mind, because it's the reason why San Jose State even has a lead. If you're thinking Hawaii can come down and kick a field goal, 3 blocked PATs, 3 blocked field goals on the season now. Remember, San Jose State returned one for a 2-point conversion. Rod, the margin in this game, the difference in this game right now is a returned 2-point conversion on special teams for the defense.
Yeah, and Duke Iheanacho returned that and almost gave up halfway through the return because he started to pull a muscle or cramp up, but he gutted it out, got in the end zone, and that's your difference right now.
Reminder, Sports Center is coming up after yet another one of these frenzied Friday finishes. Jens Alvernick to kick. Mike Edwards. And good special teams coverage down at the 15-yard line, leaving only 27 seconds. And that was Josh Harrison and Alex Germany coming down to corral Mike Edwards. The difference in the game, a blocked extra point returned by Duke Iheanacho, who cramps up and then says, I'm not even going to think about it. My team needs these 2. I'm getting them. Brought it all the way back.
Talk about toughness. That's the difference in this ball game right now.
Moniz now. Oh, and he connects with Pollard. who tries to fight to get himself out of bounds. Remember, Hawaii does have the timeouts. 21 seconds remaining for Greg McMackin's Warriors. You can see him signaling for the timeout. Now, it wasn't long ago we were sitting here talking about some options on 4th down for Hawaii earlier and saying, will they even kick a field goal? They just don't feel comfortable with their place kicking situation. And now they're trying to get in position to depend on it.
Well, but they're going to have to get a long, long way down there.
How do they do that?
They were worrying about a 42-yard field goal. Well, they don't have a whole lot of options here. Their top guy, Pollard, is banged up. So they've got to take chances and get the ball down the field. They've got to use their timeouts. They have to use the middle of the field. It's not enough to use the sidelines. I mean, San Jose State's going to force them inside, force them to use that time and those timeouts.
Sports Center coming up after this thriller in San Jose. Can Hawaii pull it off and get into range? Moniz, they set up the screen. And they will get a first down and a little more out of it.
You have time probably for one more play to get yourself into a position where you can have a shot at throwing it towards the end zone.
John Lister able to get that to the 39-yard line.
Yeah, they need another 10, 15 yards to have a shot of throwing the ball into the end zone. Because I just don't see how they're going to get another 25, 30. Actually, they probably need more like 35 yards to have even a shot at a field goal here.
Mike McIntyre, what this would mean to him, just his second year here at San Jose. The program was struggling just to grab WAC wins, and now this would be something special. 13 seconds remain. One timeout left for Hawaii. Moniz. Pressure off the edge against Moniz. Launches it downfield, and it is batted away at the last second. Tried to get it to Pollard, but Bené Ben-Wickery came in and slapped it free.
It's the big hit by Ben-Wickery, which now sets up the total desperation time for Hawaii. They won't have time for a catch and a field goal. They're only going to have to put it up. And I don't believe Moniz has enough arm strength to throw it 75 yards or so to get it into the end zone.
And Moniz is going to use that last timeout.
You know, you can't get it to the end zone. This is where you start thinking about trick plays. Can you do hook and lateral? Can you do something else to give yourself a chance of having a crazy run towards the end zone, because it's way too far to ask your quarterback to throw it down there.
36 seconds to go when Chandler Jones was able to score. Hawaii fans here in San Jose not giving up hope, but this has been a wild one. Back and forth they've gone. San Jose State built the big lead only to see Hawaii come all the way back. In fact, they pushed it to 27-20 when they were kicking an extra point. And that extra point blocked and returned for the rare two-point conversion. That's the difference in the game right now. Last gasp.
Three guys are back in the end zone for San Jose State.
Three defensive backs across the goal line. Does Moniz have the arm strength? It's over. Spartans win it. And they do so with high drama here at home. The first time San Jose State has defeated Hawaii at home since '97. we got a field stormer here at Spartan Stadium. Go figure. Mike McIntyre is wiping away tears. Remember, he carries in his pocket that Bobby Dodd Coach of the Year medal that his father George won in 1982. His dad's not in great health back in Nashville. Says he knows he's watching, hoping, praying, thinking that his son can take the next step. Well, they took a good step forward tonight, didn't they, Ron?
They absolutely did. Overcame an awful lot. 5 turnovers to their benefit in the first half. Didn't take complete advantage of it. Turned it over a lot in the second half, but came up with big plays. Nothing bigger than Duke Iheanacho's ability to gut out that PAT return for 2 points while he was cramping up, pulling a muscle. Tough effort by San Jose State tonight.
That image of Iheanacho gutting it out on the 2-point conversion. I mean, give that young man a lot of credit. It was the difference. And then Chandler Jones put him over the top with just 36 seconds to play. Our final score, Spartans 28, Warriors 27 in another fun-filled Friday night game.